Hi everyone, welcome to a new macrame tutorial. In this video I'll show you how to make a bag for a thermos bottle, an insulated bottle that keeps your drinks hot or cold, making your works even warmer and more cozy. Prepare two pairs of cords, two long and two short. I start with the short ones, fold them in half and tie the center with any cord. I hang them on a hook. I also fold the long cords in half, tie the center. And hang them over the short ones. Using the long cords, I tie square knots around the pair of short cords. Looking for more beautiful macrame projects? Join the Macrame Tutorials Club and get access to exclusive full-length video tutorials with voice guidance and unique designs I don't share anywhere else. Inside the club you'll discover a growing collection of creative macrame projects, from stylish accessories to cozy home decor, all designed with love and attention to detail. New tutorials are released regularly in the Macrame Tutorials Club, and the collection keeps growing. For parties, celebrations and special events, I've prepared a collection of sparkling accessories, now available in the club. You'll also find a selection of cozy seasonal projects. And that's not all, many more unique designs and creative projects are on the way. It's the best way to keep learning, stay inspired and support my work. Click join to start creating with me today. The first knot is ready. I continue weaving the same way. I've made a strip that is 75 centimeters long. I return to the starting point and flip the weaving to the other side. I mark the center for convenience and start weaving from the middle. Here the bar of the square knot is on the right, so I start from the right side and weave the same strip of square knots, also 75 centimeters long. Done. The total strap length is 150 centimeters. Prepare 4 new cords. I take the first one, fold it in half, hang it onto a pair of cords, and tie a square knot with this new cord. I take the next cord and repeat the same knot on the second pair. I do the same on the other side of the strap. Then I take one pair of cords from each side. Using these 4 cords, I tie a square knot. I tie the knot at a distance of about 6 centimeters. I take the next 4 cords and tie the same knot. This is how I continue weaving the row of square knots. Done! I have 4 knots. Below, at the same distance and in a checkerboard pattern, I make another identical row. In the end, I slightly reduced the distance between the rows to 5 cm. My thermos bottle is quite small, about 23 cm tall, and I'm making this cover specifically for it. These last knots are positioned approximately at the middle. Prepare 16 new cords. I fold the new cords in half and attach them to the central cords from the square knots. 2 cords per knot. So each square knot now has 4 cords. I attach the rest the same way. Done! From the 2 central pairs, I tie a square knot. Below, in a checkerboard pattern, I tie 2 more square knots. I repeat this on all the remaining elements. Done. Now we connect all the elements together. We have the working cords from the square knots and the base cords where we added the new cords. Using these 4 cords, I tie a square knot. I continue this all the way around. These knots align with the level of the last row of square knots. From here, start anywhere. Take pairs from different knots and begin weaving a row of square knots in a checkerboard pattern. This row is finished, and I continue weaving the next rows the same way. In total, not counting the single corner knots at the top, I made 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At this point, I tried my thermos bottle inside. You can adjust here, either remove one row or add another. If you're making a version with fringe, gather all the ends into one bundle and make a classic wrapping knot, as we usually do for hanging projects. If you're making a version without fringe, we move on to the bottom. In this row, we have 12 knots. I divide them into 4 groups of 3 knots each. Under each group, I tie 2 knots, decreasing and then one more. This forms a triangle. I repeat this with the remaining 3 groups. To finish the bottom, I turn the weaving to the wrong side. In the central gap, there are 4 central cords. I skip the outer ones and take the next pairs. I tie a square knot around the central pair. Pulling these 2 sections together. The skipped cords stay on the front side. I skip the next pairs again. Take the following ones and tie another square knot around the same central cords. The pairs we just used will no longer be needed. In total, we now have 4 cords on each side, 8 cords that need to be hidden. I start by threading all lengths through 1 or 2 knot loops, starting from the top. The first pair is threaded. I cut the end, apply glue, and use a sharp stick to hide it inside the knot. I press it from the top and hold it for a few seconds. The first pair is hidden. I do the same with the remaining ones. I move this pair further, threading it through 2 loops. Two pairs remain. The second to last pair can be cut right away. These cords are already inside the square knot and can be hidden directly inside it or tucked under the knot bar. The last pair is the working cords from the final square knot. I hide them directly inside this knot. I pass the cord from the knot bar through the top loop of the end, stays inside the knot. I hide both ends inside. Done. The second pair was passed through 2 loops. This becomes a shared knot for 2 gaps. It's more convenient to first make all the knots, thread the ends, and then cut and glue them. Or, as I do here, I thread the end into the knot bar. Repeat this for all gaps. Done. Now we have 8 pairs of ends left. I take 2 opposite pairs and cross them. Then I take 1 cord from the left and 1 from the right, and around these 4 cords I tie a square knot. I pull the pairs in opposite directions so the weaving closes evenly, then tighten the knot fully. Now we hide and trim all the remaining ends. Whenever possible, I thread the cords through 3 loops and hide them inside the knots. Done. Turn the cover to the right side. This is how the bottom looks from the front. And here is the finished bag for a thermos bottle or a regular bottle.